In just the last year, Bitcoin has more than doubled in price. Companies like MicroStrategy own over 400,000 Bitcoin. Wish I had that much. Even countries like El Salvador have made Bitcoin legal tender. But according to the FTC, Americans lost about $679 million in just the first half of 2024 due to cryptocurrency scams. I even lost some money for a mistake I'll explain later in this video. So in this video, you'll learn step by step not only how to invest in cryptocurrency, but how to do it securely. But first, give me just a few minutes to briefly explain the basics of cryptocurrency, because Warren Buffett once said, the most important quality for an investor is temperament, not intellect. In other words, to be a successful long-term investor, you need to understand what you're investing in. Because when things go south and the value of your investment declines drastically, actually, let me just show you what happens. All right, time to see how my Bitcoin is doing. Oh, no. That TikTok video said I'd be rich. I don't know what I invested in. Sell. I am so glad I sold all my Bitcoin. It just hit a new all-time high. This happens all the time, and not just to crypto investors, but to stock investors as well. So by understanding your investments and having a solid plan, you'll be calm and collected while there's blood in the streets. Anyway, this is Bitcoin explained in a nutshell. Stick with me here, guys. I promise it's worth it. Then I'll show you how to securely invest. Imagine we all go out to a nice Thai restaurant. Pad Thai is my go-to. Let me know in the comments what you usually order. Eventually, we get the bill, and instead of feeling anxious about asking the server to split the check, like the millennial I am, I pay for the entire meal. Then I say, you guys want to just Venmo me? Everyone sends me money and I transfer to my bank. Pretty straightforward, right? Unless you're the one person who always forgets to pay your friends back, and then we have to send that awkward text message to remind you. Don't be that person, please. But do be that person who likes, subscribes, and leaves a comment below, because it's free and it really helps the channel. The problem with Venmo, Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, and all payment services is that we have to trust a third party to facilitate the payment. In doing so, we give them our name, address, phone number, email, date of birth, social security number, blood type, body count, etc. Then they have the responsibility to store and secure our information in their databases. Oh, and by the way, those databases likely aren't owned by them either. They're typically owned by one of these companies. So now the question is, how do we send money or value without the need of a trusted third party? That is where technologies like Bitcoin come into play. Also, going forward, I'll be using Bitcoin as the main example, but just understand that there are plenty of cryptocurrency technologies out there that solve a variety of problems, not just payments. Imagine a spreadsheet that contains every Bitcoin transaction that has ever occurred. Each one simply has a sender, receiver, and amount. Now, instead of me sending money through Venmo, we all pull out our copy of the spreadsheet, and one by one, each person verbally announces how much Bitcoin they want to send and to who. And to avoid sounding like a bunch of psychopaths, we all keep our voices down for this part. Here's what that would look like. Everyone's spreadsheet before dinner looks like this. We can see exactly how much Bitcoin each person has. So Diana, Randy, and James all announced that they're sending me Bitcoin. Now, for these transactions to go through, everyone must look at their copy of their spreadsheet to see if that person actually has enough Bitcoin to send. If we get enough thumbs up, transaction approved, otherwise declined. Once the transaction is approved, everyone's gonna update their spreadsheet with these new transactions. And as a result, we can see exactly how much Bitcoin each person has. Okay, but what's stopping Diana from being a little sneaky snake and changing her spreadsheet to say she has 35 Bitcoin? Then maybe she tries to buy my car for 35 Bitcoin, even though she really only has 30. Well, everyone would look at their copy and clearly see that Diana only has 30 Bitcoin. Transaction declined. Now imagine this spreadsheet is called a ledger. It's completely public and stored on millions of computers all around the world. These computers aren't owned by a single person or company like you, me, Amazon, Google, or Microsoft. The purpose of these computers is to validate Bitcoin transactions just like we did in the spreadsheet example, but at a much, much larger scale. This is called Bitcoin mining, and anyone around the world with the right computer can participate. What's the incentive? You get paid in Bitcoin. And don't worry, there are apps that make this process super easy, so you don't have to bring a spreadsheet with you everywhere. I mean, you can, but that'd be weird. So do you see it now? We can send each other value without a third party. It turns out it's possible to do it as a community. Is that not one of the coolest things ever? I think so, but I'm also a nerd.
Holy shit. You're a nerd.
But how do you actually send and receive cryptocurrencies? This is accomplished by something called a wallet. Get ready? Because this is the fun part. With a service like Venmo or PayPal, you give someone a public piece of information like your username, email, something that's not sensitive in terms of security, like a password or two-factor authentication code. And with that info, they can send you money, right? But if you want to send money from your account to someone else, you need your password, two-factor authentication code, etc. If someone gets access to this private information, well, you're kind of A crypto wallet is actually quite similar. The public piece of information is called a public key. This is what you give out to other people or companies so you can receive cryptocurrency. Then there's the private key. This is like a password or social security number. You never, ever, ever, ever give this out under any circumstance. This key allows you to send crypto from your wallet to another. If your private key is compromised, you can quite literally lose all your cryptocurrency. It's irreversible, and there's no customer service phone number you can call. More on this later. So to recap, a wallet has two main components, a public and private key. You can give out your public key, but always protect your privates. All right, the hard part is over. Now let me show you how to invest in cryptocurrencies, specifically Bitcoin. The first and less secure way is through what's called a custodial wallet managed by an exchange. This is also known as a hot wallet. Remember earlier I explained how Venmo, Cash App, and similar services store and secure your sensitive information? Well, a custodial wallet does the same, but with your private key. An exchange is just a service that allows you to buy and sell cryptocurrencies. In most cases, exchanges provide a custodial wallet, so you never have to think about it. Kind of like an all-in-one solution. There are plenty of services out there, but currently I use Coinbase. Not sponsored, but if you do want to support this channel and earn some free Bitcoin with your first investment, use the link in the description. So once you're registered and signed in, from the home screen, we want to go over to buy, enter in the amount you'd like to invest, choose the payment source, then choose the cryptocurrency you want to invest in this case, Bitcoin, click review order. You can verify the amount, exactly how much Bitcoin you're going to receive, payment source. If you want to make it a reoccurring investment, you can do so here. Most importantly, they do charge fees for transactions. Click buy now, and you're done. Now, if you want to send some crypto from here, click send crypto, paste in the address you want to send crypto to, then choose the asset you want to send, how much of the asset you'd like to send, preview, and send. Again, make sure you understand how much you're paying in terms of fees. In some cases, the fees aren't coming from Coinbase, they're coming from the associated cryptocurrency network. If you want to receive some crypto, click receive crypto here, choose the asset you want to receive. Depending on the cryptocurrency, you may need to choose a specific network. We'll cover that in another video. Copy the address here. And remember, this is your public key. It's okay to give this out. Then you just give this key to whoever you want to receive crypto from. That's pretty much the basics of using a custodial wallet with an exchange. But here's why this is not secure. There's been no shortage of security breaches in the past, as I'm sure you're aware of. One of the worst ones, in my opinion, Equifax. In 2017, they experienced a security breach resulting in the theft of 143 million names, social security numbers, date of births, addresses, and driver's license numbers. With this information, people can commit identity theft and destroy your life. So in this case, Coinbase is responsible for keeping my private key secure. If in the future they have a security breach and your key is compromised, or they go bankrupt, let's just say, I hope you can afford therapy.
Therapy? This way for the therapy.
Like I mentioned earlier, I lost thousands of dollars worth of crypto when Celsius went bankrupt in 2022. Because they had control over my private key, they were able to say, sorry, we can't give you access to your crypto until we finish the bankruptcy process. By then, the damage was done, and they only returned a fraction of my crypto. Never again. The solution is to use a non-custodial wallet, also known as a cold wallet. With this type of wallet, the only person who has access to your private key is you. So even if the exchange you purchase crypto from gets hacked or goes bankrupt, you still have full control over your assets. Non-custodial wallets come in both software and hardware flavors. In this video, we're going to use the more secure option, a hardware wallet. This means your private key is secured by a piece of hardware that is not connected to the internet. In order to send crypto from your hardware wallet to another one, you need to physically approve the transaction from the device. The wallet I'm using in this video is made by a company called Ledger. Also not sponsored, I bought this with my own money, but again, if you want to support this channel, check out the link below. Now keep in mind that you only need to do this initial setup once. After that, life is way easier. Okay, so we have a Ledger Nano X here. Like I said, not sponsored, I did buy this with my own money. The reason why I like this specific model is because it does have Bluetooth. The one I showed on screen earlier, you have to plug in directly to your computer or phone. Guys, I feel like a tech YouTuber unboxing some tech. Maybe we'll leave some of this in here. Maybe we'll fast forward a bit. This one is a cool little purple color. All right, we have it plugged in. Left click turns it on. Right click to go through the menu here. It says to download an application. Use the menu buttons to navigate. Press both buttons to select. And then you can also hold both buttons to power off or go to different settings. Cool, we want to set up as new device. Now it's asking us to set up a PIN between 4 and 8 digits. And we can left click or right click to kind of go up and down here. Now this step is by far the most important one. Please pay attention. This device is going to give you 24 words and it's going to have you write it down on this sheet that they give you. These 24 words must be written down in order. So in in the future, if you do need to swap devices, you lose this one, you're gonna take these 24 phrases and you're gonna input them into a new device. If you have any spelling mistakes or words are out of order, you cannot recover your funds. They are gone forever. So please, please, please take it slow, triple check everything. Just to clarify a bit, these 24 words are not your private key. They're actually used to generate or recover your actual private key. Just some semantics, don't think too hard about it. Just as an example, you can see the first word here is bench. So you take your card and you write down the word bench on line number 1, since this is word number 1. After you've triple checked this word, click the right key to move on to the second one until you've gone through all 24 words. Guys, I forgot to peel off the plastic cover here. Let's do it together. Oh, so satisfying. Okay, now after that long and painful process, you've written down all your recovery phrases. Now it's time to confirm the recovery phrases. So we'll double click here with both buttons, and you're gonna cycle through until you find the word that you wrote down. So it's gonna give you about 4 options. So of the 4 options, choose the correct word. Once you confirm all 24 phrases, you'll get your recovery phrase is set. Keep it in a secure place. More on this later. Actually, now is a good time to pull out the second sheet and duplicate your recovery phrases. Guys, I'm gonna keep repeating myself. If you lose your recovery phrases, your crypto is gone forever. You can never recover it. So please, please, please have it backed up on paper. Do not keep it online. And again, we'll have some more security tips for you after this tutorial. I know I sound like a broken record. Never share this key with anyone, not even Ledger. Ledger will never ask you for it. So if you get any email making it seem like Ledger's asking you to verify something, it's a scam. Don't share it. With that out of the way, let's continue. Eventually, you'll get a message that says your device is ready. We can go ahead and go to the dashboard here. And now we'll head over to the desktop app so we can continue. You can also use the Ledger Live app as well. So with the Ledger Live app installed on our desktop, you want to click on My Ledger down here in the bottom left. Anytime you want to access your device, it's going to ask you for your PIN. Allow this secure connection. Once the application detects your device, I want you to update the firmware before you do anything else. Then on our device, we want to confirm the new firmware, and the update is all done. In order for your computer to access the device again, you have to physically confirm it on this device. And we are still not done. It wants another firmware update. But you're an expert now, so I'm sure you can manage a second update. All right, now we're good to go. Before you start investing with this device, we have to install apps based on the cryptocurrencies we want to purchase. So in this case, we want to invest in some Bitcoin. So down here, we can see an app catalog. First option here is Bitcoin. So let's hit the install button on the right, and our device is locked. So let's punch in the PIN again. All right, we got a green check mark here. The Bitcoin app is installed on our device. Next, we have to add a Bitcoin account. So click add account here. We want to confirm on the device. If this is your first time setting up this device, you can just name this account Bitcoin. Once we're done with that, let's go over to accounts over here on the left. We can see the new account we made down here. For the sake of this simple tutorial, we won't go over exactly what apps and accounts are, but just know that once you install the app, add an account, you're good to go. Just keep in mind that you have to install the app associated with whatever cryptocurrency you want to invest in, as well as add the account. But if you do want to learn more about apps and accounts, I'll leave a link in the description to Ledger's website. All right, let's buy some Bitcoin. Click buy and sell over here on the left. So let's say I want to buy $100 worth of Bitcoin. We'll enter that here. And then make sure you choose the correct asset, Bitcoin, and make sure you choose the account you created. So in the case that you have 2 accounts, multiple accounts, you can choose that here. But if you just have one, you should only see one option. Let's say continue. Now, based on your country, you'll have several different options in terms of payment method. What's nice about Ledger is they actually have a Coinbase integration. So you can use your existing Coinbase account to purchase a crypto and it'll automatically be transferred to this wallet. It's not the easiest to find, but it seems like if you choose instant ACH, click find eligible providers, you'll see Coinbase pop up here at the lowest price. But hey, if you find another provider that's cheaper, go with that option. But the fee here is going to be about $6, but it actually might be cheaper once we get to the final page. So we'll choose Coinbase, and instead of entering in your information here, we already have a Coinbase account. So click pay with Coinbase, punch in your email address, as well as your password. And if you have a 2-factor authentication, hopefully you do, please set that up, punch in that as well. And as I suspected, the fee is a bit cheaper, $3.74 for the Coinbase fee and about $44 for the network fee. So choose your payment method, verify your Bitcoin address, and click confirm. You and I just securely invested in Bitcoin. Look at us go.
Look at us. Hey, look at us.
Just keep in mind, it might take between 30 to 60 minutes to receive your Bitcoin. So if you haven't received it immediately, don't panic. Now let me quickly show you how to send and receive some Bitcoin. On the left side here, click send. We're gonna choose the account that we created earlier. You should only have one option if this is your first time setting it up. Then we wanna paste in the address of the wallet we wanna send the Bitcoin to. This could be a friend, company, even your Coinbase account. Now we just enter the amount of Bitcoin we wanna send. You may have an option to choose how fast you want the transaction to be processed. Remember earlier we talked about all the Bitcoin mining computers around the world with their spreadsheets. spreadsheet. It's how fast they check those spreadsheets to make sure you have enough Bitcoin to send. And at the bottom here, we have network fees. Then hit continue. Then we have one final screen here to confirm the transaction. So where it's coming from, where it's going to, the amount, the fees, all of it. We'll hit continue here, and our device is locked. So let's go ahead and unlock it with our trusty PIN. Now the most important part, we have to physically confirm it on our device. To make things easy on me, I'm actually going to use my old wallet here to show you, but you can see it wants you to review the transaction details, the amount of Bitcoin, the address you want to send it to, and then whether or not you want to confirm. And this is what confirms the transaction. Finally, let me show you how to receive some crypto. So on the left here, click receive, choose your account, hit continue. Let's unlock our device again. We do like security. We will open the Bitcoin app, and we can see here a public key for your Bitcoin wallet. Public keys you can give out, it's okay. It's the private keys you never, ever want to give out. Now on your device, you also want to verify the address. Very important. And again, this is your public key. It's okay to give it out. This should match what's on your computer screen. Then we just approve this, and now you're free to share that public key. If you made it to this point in the video, congratulations, you now know more about crypto than 99% of the people out there. And that deserves a top shelf meme.
You're very good, you.
No,
You are very good,
there's
you.
a lot more to it than that.
You're very good, you.
There are underlying things that you
understand
don't.
me?
Now, most importantly, here are some super quick security tips. Never reveal your private keys. Guys, I cannot stress this enough. Even if you get an email that looks legit, it's not. Never give out your private key. Create multiple copies of your private key and keep it in a safe place, ideally somewhere that's water and fireproof. Do not make any cloud backups of your private key. That means no Google Drive, Dropbox, nothing. Guys, I know it's tempting, but don't. Before you send crypto to another wallet, verify the address, send a small amount to that address, and verify it went through. Finally, do not purchase your hardware wallet from a third-party site like Amazon or AliExpress. Buy it directly from the manufacturer. But before you do anything in this video, make sure you're earning passive income on your cash with a high-yield savings account. Then get your Roth IRA set up and fund it here.